Meow. Meow, 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 meow. All right, recording? Good. Howdy ho, camp. Damn it. Hi. Fuck. When am I going to pick up something new? Howdy ho, campers is not what I want to say, but I'm stuck saying it. Hi, everybody. Just short little update. I was going to do more Catboy, Nekopara today, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. It was bad, then it was good, then it was bad, and now it's good again, and I'm like jittery AF. God, for the past like 3 days, I've been taking a lot of Ativan just because I've been overwhelmed and kind of sad. Then I had a fucking nightmare. Well, I don't know. A nightmare to me would mean that I would be afraid to ever go back to sleep ever again in fear that that dream would happen again. That to me is what a nightmare would be. I haven't had a dream like that in I don't even know if I've ever had that kind of a dream. Like I've had bad dreams, but nightmares to me is like something where you would never want to go to sleep again because you don't want to have the nightmare. Anyways, I had a nightmare about a friend from school that I haven't seen or talked to them in so freaking long. I don't know where they came from. Like I genuinely don't know why my brain picked them out of the hat. It would have made sense if it was like my best friend. It doesn't make sense that it was them. It would have made sense if it was another person too. Anyways, so I had a dream that she was getting sick and it was bad. Like she didn't look like it was like flesh eating bacteria, but it was that kind of like internally bad. Like it should have been easy to diagnose or figure out what it was, and she was in the hospital and she was dying, and I'm like, this makes no sense. Why can't she get better? Is this cancer? And they're like, no, this is not cancer. And I'm like, well, then what the fuck is it? And they're like, we can't figure out how she has a certain thing, like a chemical or something in her body, and they don't know why it won't go away, and they don't know why it even got there to begin with. All I know, it's killing her. So I'm like seriously traumatized. Like I keep going to like her bedside, and then I'm like kind of investigating. I don't know, I was like wandering all over the place just trying to figure it out. And like in the back of my mind, I knew she was poisoned. But I'm like, how could she be poisoned by a grain? Which was also confusing. I'm like, where is my brain getting all this information? It doesn't make any sense. So she was like poisoned by a grain. I actually woke up and Googled it. Like, can you be poisoned by barley, which is like a wheat? Apparently, yeah, you can. How the fuck would I have known that? What? But like in super large doses, like kind of like how there's cyanide in apple like seeds. You would have to get a fucking lot of apples to do that. Anyways, I knew that, and I'm like, okay, I know what it is, but I couldn't put it into words. And I'm like, who could be poisoning her? And in my mind, I'm like, it has to be her mom. For some reason, I'm like, it has to be her mom. And her mom in the dream is not even her real mom. Like, that didn't look like her mom at all. It was just kind of like some Karen lady, and I couldn't. She was just made out of pure evil. I don't know how to explain it. She had like Karen, like, I don't know. She looked like a Karen, but she had evil fucking attitude. So she was somehow poisoning her with barley. I don't know why my brain picked that specifically. And I was like, okay, I have the evidence. She's literally going with like a handful of like fucking wheat. She had like a bunch of wheat, was going to the hospital. I'm like, I have to get there before she gets there or she might actually die. And I don't know where she disappeared to, but when I got there, she was dead. And it was bad. Like she was already covered and everybody was like grieving and going to say goodbye, and I was crying, and I'm like, this is traumatizing. What the hell, brain? Like I woke up and I was fine. But in my dream, it felt more traumatizing because I knew an answer, I knew a solution, but it didn't matter. So I was mad. I don't remember confronting her mom, but I think I went ballistic in the hospital and was basically calling her like a witch and just attacking her. I was so pissed. And then once all that calmed down, I just didn't want to leave like the hospital room, I think I started praying. That is very unlike me. I do not pray. I just started praying because it started making me fear like my like human existence, and it was not fair that she suffered and like died like that. And then somehow there was logic in this, but like usually all my dreams have logic in them. It's very rare that things are like this bombastic. They're usually always very like very real. Um, and I was praying or something, and I was grieving, and then I finally went outside and went back to like her room, and they like took the cover off of her face for a second, and she just kind of like took a deep breath, and it was just like she opened her eyes, and everybody was just like losing it at that point. We were all just so fucking grateful, and the doctors were confused, and I'm like, I don't even question it. I'm like, you were just poisoned. Maybe you were like in like a comatose state that we mistaken as dead. I don't know. I feel like she came back to life. And then I woke up. I woke up to like beeping, but it was like it wasn't beeping. So I wake up, I hear beep, 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 beep. I'm like, what the fuck is making that noise? I don't set alarms. Turned out my mom was not listening with her earbuds. She had the fucking speakers blowing and listening to church music, and that was a piano. And so I texted her. I'm like, can you turn off the fucking music? Like, I legit wanted to go back to my dream because it was not done. Like, I guess the story was done, but I had so many questions. Like, what happened? Are you okay? Did you see anything? It was such a weird fucking dream. I don't... It's like it came out of nowhere. Maybe it was because of my dad, because my dad, like, semi... Not, like, recently, I mentioned it before, but he, like, just died. But then recently when we visited him, like, just a week ago, he explained why that could have been very possible. Like, the officers and paramedics were like, you had no pulse. Like, he just went to his nerve block appointment, and they had like a trainee, and they were trying to take his blood pressure, and they could not get any of the equipment to work. Kept bringing in stuff, they would all die, and when it finally did work, it didn't register. And he's like, I know this might be a weird question, but are you hexed? So he had to call the trainee had to call in the main lady that was gonna give him his nerve block, and is like, I don't know what's going on. And she just looks at my dad and is like, yeah, that's just normal. Don't worry about it. Just bring him back. My dad's built literally different. The man literally fucking died. He tells the story different every time, though, so I don't know how accurate it is. So it's a weird-ass stream. I feel like it had something to do with Genshin Impact because one of the items is wheat. And then my dad. But then why was it her specifically? Like, I have not even thought about that person. Like, there was no negative terms. There was no, like, hurdy-dur, I wonder what they're doing. Why was it them? I guess because it was more traumatizing, I guess. Maybe it was because the person that should have probably been in the bed, because I asked if it was cancer, I found out somebody from my, like, childhood class. I wouldn't say we're friends, but I'm acquainted with her. She's always quirky. She was quirky like me. And then I learned her birthday's literally the day before mine. I'm like, really? How the fuck did I not know this all these years? She did end up having cancer recently, but it was like a very curable one. That I found that out at a birthday party. Fucking heck. I saw her on a bike recently. That must have been like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Yeah, she's definitely cancer free. She said that 2 Christmases ago because she was working at like a supermarket. Okay, so maybe that's what it was. Did I not think of her in the dream? I don't know why I'm trying to question it. I don't want to put people in like those shitty parts of my brain. Man, that dream was awful. I didn't fucking why? Why? Literally why? What was I reading? Oh, I wasn't reading anything that should have gave me that dream. I'm going to tell you right now. I was reading some of that good original manga. Yowie. I had a fun night. Why the fuck did I have that dream? Anyways, that's just what is going on. I got overwhelmed today and it's only been like 5 hours. I kinda legit wanna take more out of it and just try to go to sleep, but I think I did that the past 2 days and it didn't work. I'm too scared to turn on my fucking like my computer. Like when I'm overwhelmed like this, it's like for SPD being on the autism spectrum, there's a thing called stimming that some people on the autism spectrum can do. As a child, nobody told me not to be myself, but I've always knew to just keep it in because clearly nobody else, did anything outwardly. So I knew I was different and I kept it inside. And then once I learned what stimming was, I'm like, bruh, I do that, but it's pacing. And then I started realizing, yeah, I could do some like traditional stimming things. But even then, it's like I'm fucking worn out. Like my instinct is to turtle instead of like get out that energy. Because usually it would be like I would jump on my trampoline to get out that energy. I did jump on it today. I wasn't vibing too well with it. But at least I'm getting back on it. I wasn't using my trampoline for like 2.5 months. Yeah, that really sets the tone and how bad of a headspace I was in. The fact that I'm not even feeling comfortable to go on my trampoline. Other than that, I think the dizzy spell stuff is over. Um, I feel like I had a little bit of it yesterday, but that was because like when I take my night meds, I think I might be having an allergic reaction to my night meds, or they're just suddenly getting stronger because they've been like forcing me into comatose. Like I've never yawned so painfully like it is when I take my night meds, like my sleeping pills, so hydroxyzine, and it makes you yawn. That fucking hurts compared to like a normal yawn. I guess it's my body is trying to always constantly fight because the like anytime I feel super sedated, like what the hydroxyzine makes me feel like. That's why I'm usually on like stuff like hydroxyzine because it doesn't give you that oh shit, you're suddenly sedated. Only recently it's been doing that. Like before it was kind of like you gently get tired and you go to sleep. Huh. I should probably bring that up to my mom. Now I think about it. Hmm. Note for later. I'm still kind of a little bit stressed out and overwhelmed that I have stuff on my plate, but I'm keeping active. I'm keeping like a win streak here, like constantly making something to post. Even if it doesn't get like much attention to it, it's very therapeutic that I'm at least putting effort back into it and it's not feeling like a destitute, pointless adventure. Nobody put shit like that on me. I did. I don't know why. I don't know when. I don't know how. I hated it. I'm glad I'm just shaking some of it off. I'm just making content randomly. Like any kid on the internet, except I'm not a kid. I can't even say I'm a young adult. I technically am a young adult, but not really. Like when you say young adult, that's like anybody over the age of like maybe just 19 and 20. Am I 22? Am I 22? What the fuck? Oh no. Anyways, I wanted to share that stupid dream and just quick update because I'm still kind of like, what the fuck? 5 hours, so much has happened. I'm overwhelmed. I want to turtle so hard. I want to run around. Can't do any of that. There's so much. There's so much. There's so much. But I'm not going to let it stress me out into like whatever I used to do before. I'm dealing with it by talking about it and then just being like, you did a thing. You did a thing. You did a thing. It's okay. You got it. You did a thing. Anyway. Tomorrow I will try to do more Nekopara Paradise. What is it called? Catboard Paradise? Yeah, did that just recently came out? Because I'm talking to Camille and they're going to be doing that for their 12-hour stream. I'm like, huh? I'm like, I thought Nekopara was dead. I didn't realize this was recent. It's free, so yay! I wanna get that out of the way so I can enjoy the whole stream without being like, oh, spoilers at this time. Because you never know how long a game's gonna be. I'm bad at visual novels. I have too much to say. Um, but yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do some fan art. I'm gonna try to do some therapy fan art. Oh my gosh, I'm the cutest bunny boy ever. Uh-oh, I made my eyes shake. That's not good. I squinted. Anyways, so yeah, I just like, a lot of energy, a lot of stuff, lot to do. Hyper. I'm gonna try to take something to level me out, and yeah, that's my day. That's my night. I just started. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or wait, no, I'll never see you again. Remember, I jinx things, so I never, ever, ever will see you again. Never, ever, ever. Goodbye forever. Bye. Bye. Nope, nope. Never seeing you again. Bye bye.